Hi guys! So I know it's been a long time since I've actually done a favourites video or a talking to the camera kind of video. All the rest have just been like quick little tutorials and like voiceover style videos. So I am back, but I can't guarantee for how long because you know what I'm like. I'll film a bunch of videos and I'll be uploading like really regular, and then the next minute you won't hear from me for like 7 months, so just stick with it. I'm still alive, I'm a little bit ill, but I thought I would make a video today. My first favourite is a new palette from NYX. It's called the Contour Intuitive palette. I've actually been calling this the wrong thing the whole time that I've had it. I've been calling it the Contour Initiative palette, which is apparently not the name, but I don't know. Because that's what I've been calling it, that's what I've been telling everyone it is. We don't actually have this in our store yet, and it's not in Boots at the minute. NYX are launching with a new retailer, which is Debenhams. So Debenhams are going to have this palette exclusive. There's 3 palettes in this format, and me, Heather, Makeup Mouse, and Zoe Ellen, the 3 Face Awards winners, we all did the like promo tutorials and videos and like a little photo shoot with these palettes. So that should be coming out soon as well. I did film with this one and we all got palettes selected for us that kind of suit what colours that we normally wear. So because I always wear like warm neutrals, this is the palette that got selected for me. Inside the palette is a selection of 6 eyeshadows, 2 highlighters and then 1 blusher. This shade is hands down my favourite. Let's do a little swatch actually. So this is this shade. I mean, how pigmented is that? That is insane. That was just one swipe. I'm not wearing any primer or anything. Like, this is an insanely pigmented foil. So if you're a fan of warm neutral colours, I would definitely go for this palette. To be honest, I would buy this palette for that shade alone. It's insanely pigmented and it's just so bloody good. So that being said, my new lip product favourite from NYX is this that I'm wearing now. It's the Metallic Liquid Suede. Even though this is in the Liquid Suede range, I would say the formula is completely different. This one dries down, it just doesn't transfer. I do have a couple of shades from this new range. I've not tried them all out yet. This one is hands down going to be my favourite because of the colour. This one is in the shade Biker Babe and it's honestly just amazing. Just like a really deep dark red with that like metallic shine. So that's the only new products from NYX that have made it into my favourites. I do have some other favourites, but I'm not going to put them into this video because I'm going to do like a sneak peek of all the new things coming out. So just keep your eye out for that video. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a couple of weeks ago, it's maybe even over a month ago now, I got a huge like insane package from Tarte. I can't thank them enough for everything that they sent. It's honestly just blew me away with how generous they were. So obviously quite a few of those products have made it into my favourites because I've been wearing them since I got sent the package. So yeah, I'm going to show you my new Tarte favourites. I'm really loving some of the skincare items that I got sent, especially the maracuja oil. I think it's incredible. My skin looks a little bit problematic right now, but girl, it's because it's that time of the month. Other than that, since I've been using this, my skin has been a lot clearer. I've noticed my pores have been tighter, and even though this is an oil, I've noticed that as I've been using an oil, my face has been less oily. So I think because my skin was quite oily before, I think it was probably just oily because it was like maybe just really dehydrated, so it was producing more oil. But since I've been using this, my skin's been more matte, like my foundation's been looking more matte all day. My skin's looked kind of like radiant, but it's not been oily. So I'm putting this down to this because that's the only main thing that I've really changed in my routine, is using this. Next is the Tarte lip scrub. It's amazing. It's like got a really peppermint flavour to it. I just basically have been using this like every day before I put my makeup on, and yeah, I'm just really loving it. I've also been really loving the Maracuja Sea Brightener like eye treatment under eye cream. It's so nice. I've pretty much been using this every day before I put my makeup on, and I've noticed that this area just seems a lot like tighter and doesn't look as dull. So again, that's down to this, so I've been loving that. My last favourite from Tarte's skincare range is the Radiant Mist. I just really like it. It feels really cooling and hydrating on the skin. You can use it as a setting spray, you can use it before makeup, you can use it to refresh your makeup. It's just a really good spray, and it just smells really nice and just feels great on the skin as well. And you can tell I've been using this every day because I've already used like half of it up. So makeup wise from Tarte, I'm actually loving everything that I've been sent. There's nothing that I actually dislike. Obviously I don't want this video to be going on for 3,000 years, just me blabbering on about how much I love Tarte. So we've just shortened it down just a little bit. Still might be a quite long one, but I've really been loving the Tarte clay pots. It's these little things. Some of them are like metallic shades and then others are matte shades. It's like a cream like gel formula. It's really good for eyeliner or using it for bases for cut creases. You can use it as an eyeshadow base, you can use it as eyeshadow. I really like products that are really versatile, so that's definitely why it's made it into my favourites. And I'm going to show you some swatches as well. So this one is the shade Crystal Ball, and this is what it looks like. It's just amazing, especially if you want to create like cut creases or kind of like cut out eye looks. You can really achieve that with this because of its gel formula. So these three are the ones that are the like metallic sparkly ones. This one is in the shade Lucky Penny, and then this one is in Rose Gold. This one is in the shade Blackened Plum, and it's also a little bit of a metallic one. Like it has a kind of duochrome shift to it. And these are the matte shades. These three are like solid matte, and then the pink one still has a little bit of a shine to it. So that one is a little bit metallic. And these are the shades Blue Moon, Margarita, Prom Queen and Bubblegum. This product has definitely made it into the favourites video because of how versatile it is and how bright and intense the colours are. I just think it's a great range of like gels to have. Like I said earlier, you can use it for so many things, so I just think it's a really amazing product. My next favourite from Tarte is going to be absolutely no surprise to practically everyone in the world. Everyone talks about this concealer and it's definitely worth the hype. It's honestly one of the best concealers I've ever used. Yes, obviously it was going to be the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's just insane. The coverage is insane, it doesn't crease, it doesn't look too heavy. It's just possibly the best concealer that I've ever used, which is insane to say. I'm really faithful to like my Kat Von D and my Urban under eye concealers, but now I just use this pretty much. I still mix a little bit of my Kat one in because I have the whiteout one from Kat Von D. If I'm highlighting, I like it to be like actually look like a highlight colour. Because I'm so pale, white is the only thing I can really like mix in to make it look like I've highlighted. So I do still use the Kat one, but I'm mainly just using these. And sometimes with the darker shades that I wouldn't use for my under eye, sometimes I just pop little dots on my skin and like mix it in with my foundation. It's just so good. I'm just so in love with them, and it's 100% worth the hype. Like I think I'm gonna be faithful to this concealer now forever. So although Tarte did send me these products, they've definitely created a customer because I will be buying these forever now. Another favourite from Tarte that I almost forgot is the Filtered Light powder. It's a setting powder, but I've just noticed that like when I put it on my skin, it makes my skin look, it kind of gives it like a blurred effect, so it makes my pores look smaller and just makes the skin look like softer. And on photos it's made my skin look almost like porcelain doll skin, and because I have a lot of texture, this is like perfect for me. So yeah, this and the skincare has definitely changed the way that my skin's been looking recently, and it's for the better. Recently I've been using two different eye primers. I just kind of flutter between using these. One of them is the Buff Lid Lock from Tarte, and then the other one is Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden. I used to use the normal primer potion, just the clear one, but I do prefer this better. I have noticed that when I've been using these two products, because they both have like they're both tinted, so they have like a kind of skin colour base to them, it has made my eyeshadows look more intense compared to when I use like a translucent or no colour primer. It has actually helped. Like the tinted ones do really help bring out the shadow a little bit better. I mainly use the lid lock when I go out because it's a more expensive product. I don't want to like waste it on everyday use. And then I use the Urban Decay primer potion pretty much every day. While we're on the topic of Urban Decay, I do have quite a few new favourites from those as well. First one is the Naked Heat palette. I know you would have seen this everywhere online by now, so I don't need to go into too much detail about the palette. These are the shades inside. We all know I love this palette because it's warm neutrals. End of. Another little palette that's made it into my favourites from Urban Decay is the highlighter palette. It's called the Afterglow and it just has a nice selection of highlighters in there. I like to mainly mix these two together, but I think this is going to be great in my kit. It's made it into the favourites because I have been using it pretty much every day. Like I said, especially those two. I normally wear like a bright highlighter on the high points of my face, but to blend my contour together I use something quite like a blush tone, if that makes sense. I don't want it to just be like contour highlight, so I kind of put like a highlighted blush like in between them. You can hardly tell that I do that, but I just do it so it looks like a little bit of a smoother transition from my contour into my highlight. So yeah, I've been using this shade mixed with this one to do that. So that's why this is in the favourites. Goodbye. I know that you're probably thinking, yeah Emily, we get it, you love warm neutrals, get over it. No, I will not get over it. This is from Urban Decay as well. It's called Anatomy and it's from the Basquiat, I don't know. We all know I can't pronounce anything, so it's from the Basquiat collection. I don't know his name, but you know what I mean. Basically, it's just like a really bright but burnt orange shade. So you know that I use this in my waterline almost every day because all I wear is warm smoky eyes and this in the waterline. Next up is the Vitamin E spray from Superdrug. This is Superdrug home brand. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure everything that's Superdrug home brand is vegan and cruelty free. I know it's definitely cruelty free. I'm not sure about the vegan bit. I probably should have found that out before I opened my mouth, but I've said it now. This is the hydrating mist and it's basically a dupe for MAC Fix Plus. Everyone gets confused with MAC Fix Plus because of the name Fix. I think everyone thinks it's a fixing spray or a setting spray. It's actually not, it's just a hydrating spray, so it just refreshes the face and keeps the skin moisturised and hydrated and stops the makeup from looking powdery and like dry and stuff like that. So if you don't want to pay max price, this is basically the exact same product. It doesn't smell the same. This one is coconut scented and the MAC one's not. However, if you like coconut fragrance, then you're going to save a lot of money because this is, it's less than £3. I think when I bought it, it was on offer, but I think it's usually about £2.90 or something like that. It's less than £3 anyway, so if you just want a hydration spray, I would definitely get this one because you're not going to break the bank. You know what I mean? I'm a working class lass. MAC Fix Plus is a nice product, but is it £3? No. The only thing I will say about this though is when you're spraying it, I would spray it a little bit further away than you normally would because it pretty much like pelts you in the face full blast. Because it's not really made to be like a setting spray, it's not really a fine mist. It's a mist, but it comes out quite... So if you don't want to get pounded in the face and drench your whole face, just spray it from a little bit further away. Next favourite is my collection of Makeup Geek shadows. These ones I already had and they've pretty much been my favourites forever, but now I've got pretty much this full palette of them, and yeah, I pretty much just keep reaching for this every day. Like a certain shades I keep using all the time, especially for transition colours, like these ones are amazing. I've also got a couple other favourites from Makeup Geek as well. One of them is this pigment in the shade Light Year. If you've ever tried Kat Von D's Metal Crush in Thunderstruck, oh my god, it's actually thundering now as well. This is pretty much like a loose pigment version of that, but more intense. It's just gorgeous. The reason why I love this shade is because I'll also use it as a highlighter. I won't put loads on because it is really intense colour, but I will just kind of top up my highlighter in certain areas. If I do want it to be a bit more like beaming, then I'll use that. And I also keep using it all the time on like my inner corner. It's just a really, really nice colour. Then my last favourite from Makeup Geek at the minute is this highlighter in the shade Lit. It's actually quite similar to the pigment that I just shown you, but it's just a more like natural version of that, and it doesn't have as much of a pink shift. But it's just a beautiful highlighter, especially for pale skin. If you're like me and you're quite pale and you're not really into like gold highlighters, because a lot of the highlighters out there on the market tend to be for more like bronze, tan, glowing skin, so they're all like gold pigment. This one is a little bit of a gold tone, but because it's so pale, I don't know, it's like a duochrome, so it shifts a different colour as well. So it's not just like solid gold cheeks. But yeah, I just really, really love this. I have been using this practically every day. My next two favourites are from Model's Own. This is the Sculpt and Glow Highlight Powder in the shade Golden Sands. Even though the name is Golden Sand, it actually doesn't come out that gold at all. So this is the shade of the highlighter. I'd probably say it's more of a peachy, like rose gold kind of colour, but there's not much gold to it. Like I was saying a minute ago about the Makeup Geek one, I really like this one because I am paler. I can get away with like these lighter shades. I don't really like to have loads of like gold, like bronzy highlighters. So this one is definitely a good one if you are a paler babe. I would definitely recommend this as well because I know that the price point is a lot cheaper than some of the other products that I've been talking about. So definitely affordable and a really nice product as well. So I think by now we all know that I'm pretty much obsessed with liquid to matte lipsticks. I hardly ever use anything else. So one of my new favourite lipsticks is from Model's Own as well. It's a liquid to matte, but when you put it on, it's not like normal liquid to matte. It smells like mint, and then when you put it on, it has like a mint, obviously not taste, but you know, like when you put on a plumping lip gloss and it feels all like minty and tingly. This is exactly what that does, and I love it. Long story short, if you're not into like mint, or if you're not into like the feeling or sensation of like plumping lip glosses or anything like that, this product is not going to be for you. However, I really love it. I think it just feels so fresh, and because it's like minty, it feels kind of cooling on the lips, whereas most liquid lipsticks, let's face it, they do feel quite dry, whereas this one doesn't, and it's long lasting, it doesn't crack. The formula is quite moussey, so when it goes on quite thick, but it doesn't like break off or anything throughout the day. I just think it is a really nice liquid to matte lipstick. So my last favourite, I can't believe I almost forgot to include these. These are the lip toppers from Urban Decay. Oh girl, they are so good, and the colour range is amazing as well. So these are the shades that I have, and I'm going to show you my like favourites of the favourite, if you know what I mean. This one is in the shade White Lie, and it's just incredible. I've been using it as like an eyeshadow topper as well as a lip topper. Basically a lip topper is like a liquid to matte formula, but these ones are kind of like glittery and shimmery, so if you wear any normal like liquid to matte lipstick and pop these over the top, it's going to transform them into a new shade and a new texture. White Lie has like a pink, blue and purple shift to it. It's just incredible. It looks really, really good over like dark liquid lipsticks like black, dark blue, dark purple, that kind of thing. But it also looks really good over like reds, pinks, purples. It's pretty much like, just looks good over everything basically. If you're into being a bit more creative with your makeup, then I'd say this shade is definitely for you. If you're not really that brave with lip colours, then it's probably not going to be the one. This is the shade in Seether, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is definitely my second favourite out of those shade range. It's like an orangey burnt copper, but it also has like gold reflex in it, so it looks really good over oranges, reds, like it just looks stunning basically. I'll pop some swatches of these on my hands just so you can see them. So you'll be able to see that some of the shades are quite opaque on their own anyway, but especially like White Lie, it kind of, you can only really see it when it shines, so it does look better over the top of something. But these are just incredible. Like, imagine like transforming any lipstick that you want into a metallic. and I think the shade range is a really good option to do that. Basically, they're just major. So that's pretty much it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the products that I've been talking about. Let me know down below in the comments which ones were your favourites, or any products that after watching this you're going to rush out to get. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!